Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine, you're wandering through this massive digital warehouse, just clicking past thousands of high-tech screens and giant cable spools.
Right, and just endless racks of complex servers.
Yeah, exactly. And then you stumble on this one, completely unremarkable black box. It's $300. It has literally zero reviews. And
It
honestly,
just looks like a brick.
it really looks like a brick. But this one obscure product page from HDTVSupply, which is this 25-year-old global AV gear hub, it's actually the key to understanding this massive invisible world right in front of you.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here is that this little black box, the Turtle AV TV-Darwin-CTL, the Darwin Central Management Control Box, it doesn't exist in a vacuum.
Right. It's like finding this single, highly specialized gear in a factory the size of a city, you know? Like,
Yeah.
it does something important, but you really need to see the whole machine to get it.
That's a perfect way to put it. It's our Rosetta Stone for today's deep dive. By decoding what this single device actually does, we're going to uncover the hidden infrastructure of commercial video routing.
Which is everywhere, right?
Oh, absolutely everywhere. It powers everything from your local sports bar all the way up to government space agencies.
Okay, so speaking of that, I was looking at the buyer profiles on this site, and it honestly gave me whiplash.
Oh, I bet.
Like, one second they're pitching these multi-screen packages for sports bars running the DirecTV app, right?
Yeah.
And then the next, they're explicitly targeting federal government purchasing.
Yeah, they get very specific with the government stuff.
They really do. They specifically mention the federal GSA schedule, TAA-approved products, and even the NASA SUP program.
Right, and for anyone listening who, doesn't spend their days reading federal procurement guidelines.
Which is most of us, hopefully.
Fair enough. Well, SCWP is essentially NASA's massive technology catalog, and GSA and TAA.
Yeah.
That basically just means the gear meets really strict government sourcing and security rules.
Okay, wait. That makes the whiplash even worse for me. Why does a local sports bar need, like, military-grade, NASA-approved AV routing?
It sounds crazy, right?
It does. If a bar just wants to show the Sunday game, isn't it just a matter of, plugging an HDMI cable into a TV? Why on earth are they buying from the same catalog as NASA?
Well, if you only have one TV, sure. But imagine a sports bar with, say, 80 screens.
Okay.
Or a NASA control room with 160 displays.
Yeah.
You aren't just plugging in one cable at that scale. You're using something called a matrix switcher.
Like those massive Wolfpack switchers listed on the site.
Exactly. They're the backbone of this whole ecosystem.
So what exactly is a matrix switcher doing that a giant splitter can't just do?
Good question. So a splitter just takes one signal and copies it to multiple screens. That's it. But a matrix switcher allows literally any input to go to any output in any combination instantly.
Wow, okay.
Think of it like a highly complex railroad switchyard. The video signals are bullet trains. You have dozens of trains arriving from totally different stations.
Like satellite feeds, secure servers, local computers.
Exactly, all at once. And they need to be routed to dozens of different platforms simultaneously. If a track switch is thrown even a millisecond too late, the trains crash.
And a crash in video terms means what? Lag?
Lag, dropped frames, totally black screens, or just heavily distorted images.
Right, and when you're watching a live UFC fight at a packed bar or, monitoring a literal rocket launch at a federal agency, lag is just completely unacceptable.
Exactly. Pushing high-definition, uncompressed video across a network of 160 screens requires a massive amount of bandwidth. The computational math required to route those signals and avoid latency on that scale is just staggering.
Which I guess brings us right back to that $300 brick, the Darwin Central Management Control Box.
Yes, it all comes back to the Darwin. So if the matrix switcher is the railroad tracks and the physical switches, the Darwin box is the rail yard master.
Ah, I see.
It's the brain telling the massive Wolfpack switcher exactly when and where to throw those tracks. It manages the IP addresses, coordinates the remote controls, and just ensures the routing happens flawlessly.
So at the end of the day, whether you are synchronizing 80 different screens for Sunday football or you're routing highly secure data to government monitors, the fundamental physics of the problem just don't change.
Not at all. The underlying need for really robust central management and matrix switching is universally identical. You have to get a specific data-heavy image to a specific screen at a specific time with zero delay.
So the local sports bar and the space agency are basically solving the exact same engineering problem.
They really are.
Man, What does this all mean for you listening right now? I feel like it really does reframe how you look at the physical world. You stop just looking at the glowing screens and start visualizing this intense, high-speed rail yard of data just firing away behind the drywall.
It completely changes your perspective once you know it's there.
It totally does. So next time you look at a perfectly synchronized multi-screen video wall in an airport or a stadium, ask yourself this. What solitary, completely unnoticed control box is sitting in a dark closet somewhere nearby, secretly calculating the math to make that entire digital symphony possible?